The vast emptiness of space stretched out before the Imperial scout ship. Captain Zorn stood on the bridge, his four eyes scanning the countless stars. His tentacles twitched with excitement. For cycles, they had been searching the outer rim of the galaxy for new civilizations to add to the Empire's ever-growing list of conquests. "Sir, we're picking up unusual signals from the third planet of this system," reported his second-in-command, a tall, spindly creature named Vex. Zorn's skin rippled with interest. "Show me," he ordered. A holographic image of a blue and green planet appeared before them. It was small, much smaller than the giant gas worlds the Empire usually found life on. But there was something different about this one. The signals coming from it were unlike anything they had encountered before. "It seems to be teeming with life, sir," Vex said, his voice filled with awe. "And not just any life. The signals suggest advanced technology. They might even be capable of space travel." Zorn's tentacles curled with excitement. This was exactly what they had been looking for. A new world to conquer, a new species to add to the Empire's collection. "Send a message to Imperial Command," Zorn commanded. "Tell them we found something interesting." As the message was sent across the vast distances of space, life on Earth continued as usual. Humans went about their daily lives, unaware that they were being watched from above. They fought their wars, built their cities, and dreamed of reaching the stars, not knowing that the stars had already reached them. Days later, in the heart of the Galactic Empire, the High Council gathered. The Grand Chamber was filled with beings from 1,000 different worlds, each more alien than the last. At the center sat the Emperor himself, a being of pure energy contained within a suit of advanced technology. "We have received word from our scouts," the Emperor's voice boomed across the chamber. "They have discovered a new world, ripe for conquest." A murmur of excitement rippled through the assembled aliens. It had been many cycles since they had found a new civilization worthy of their attention. "Tell us more," demanded one of the council members, a being made of living crystal. The Emperor waved a glowing appendage, and a hologram of Earth appeared in the center of the chamber. "This world, which the natives call Earth, is home to a species known as humans. They are primitive by our standards, but they show great potential." The council watched in fascination as images of human civilization flashed before them. They saw great cities, machines that flew through the air, and devices that allowed instantaneous communication across the planet. "They are on the brink of achieving space travel," the Emperor continued. "If left unchecked, they could become a threat to our dominion in the future." The council members nodded in agreement. They had seen it happen before. Young civilizations left to grow unchecked often became troublesome in the long run. "What do you propose, Your Majesty?" asked another council member, this one a gaseous being contained within a floating orb. The Emperor's energy form pulsed with anticipation. "We will do what we have always done. We will bring them into the fold of our empire. They will serve us, as so many others have before them." A cheer went up from the assembled aliens. The prospect of new servants, new resources, and new territories to exploit filled them with excitement. "Prepare the fleet," the Emperor commanded. "We will show these humans the might of our empire. They will bow before us, or they will be destroyed." As the council meeting ended and preparations for the invasion began, the people of Earth remained blissfully unaware of the storm that was coming. They continued with their lives, their petty conflicts, and their dreams of a brighter future. Little did they know that their future was about to change forever. The Galactic Empire had set its sights on Earth, and nothing would ever be the same again. In the depths of space, the Imperial fleet began to assemble. Thousands of ships, each capable of destroying entire cities, prepared for the long journey to this small blue planet. Captain Zorn, the scout who had first discovered Earth, was given a place of honor in the invasion force. As his ship joined the fleet, Zorn looked out at the stars, his four eyes gleaming with anticipation. Soon, he thought, soon the humans would know the glory of the Empire, and he, Zorn, would go down in history as the one who had first spotted this new jewel in the Empire's crown. The invasion of Earth was about to begin. It was a normal day on Earth. People went about their usual business, unaware that their lives were about to change forever. In New York, a businessman hurried to work. In Tokyo, a student studied for exams. In Lagos, a market seller set up her stall. Suddenly, the sky changed. Huge, dark shapes appeared, blocking out the sun. They were so big that at first, people thought they were strange clouds. But as they got closer, everyone realized the truth. These were not clouds. They were spaceships. Panic spread across the world. In every city, people stopped what they were doing and looked up. Some screamed. Some cried. Some tried to run and hide. But there was nowhere to hide from something so big. News channels all over the world showed the same thing. Alien ships, bigger than anything humans had ever built, hovering over major cities. The military tried to respond, but their jets looked tiny next to the massive ships. In Washington, D.C., the President of the United States called an emergency meeting. Leaders from all over the world joined through video calls. They all looked scared and confused. "What do we do?" asked the President of France, her voice shaking. Before anyone could answer, all the screens in the room flickered. The face of an alien appeared. It had 4 eyes and green, scaly skin. When it spoke, its voice was deep and rumbling. "People of Earth," the alien said, "we are the Galactic Empire. We have come to bring you into our realm. You have 2 choices, join us or be destroyed." The room fell silent. The world leaders looked at each other in shock. This was not a drill. This was not a movie. This was real. The alien continued, "You have 24 hours to decide. We await your answer." The screen went dark. The room erupted into chaos. Everyone was talking at once, arguing about what to do. Meanwhile, on the streets, people were panicking. In London, crowds gathered in Trafalgar Square, looking up at the huge ship above. In Rio de Janeiro, people ran to the beaches as if the ocean could protect them. In Beijing, millions of people tried to leave the city, causing massive traffic jams. Scientists all over the world worked frantically to understand the alien technology. They had never seen anything like it. The ships seemed to defy the laws of physics as humans understood them. Military leaders met to discuss their options, but they knew their weapons were no match for the alien ships. It was like comparing a slingshot to a nuclear bomb. Religious leaders called for prayer and peace. Some said this was the end times. Others saw it as a new beginning for humanity. As the hours ticked by, the world held its breath. What would happen? Would Earth join this galactic empire? Or would they choose to fight, even if it meant destruction? In a small lab in Switzerland, a group of scientists made a surprising discovery. They had been studying an ancient artifact found in a cave years ago. Now, with the aliens here, the artifact had started to glow and make strange noises. "It's reacting to their presence," said Dr. Emma Chen, her eyes wide with excitement. This could be the key to understanding them. But before they could study it further, they were interrupted. The president of the World Science Council entered the lab. "We need you all in the emergency meeting," he said, his face grim. "The world leaders are going to make a decision, and they need all the information we can give them." As the scientists packed up their equipment, Dr. Chen looked at the glowing artifact. She had a feeling that this small object might hold the fate of the entire human race. The clock was ticking. In just a few hours, Earth would have to give its answer to the Galactic Empire. Join or be destroyed. The future of humanity hung in the balance. As night fell, the alien ships lit up, casting an eerie glow over the cities below. The world waited, wondered, and feared what the new day would bring. While the world leaders argued and people panicked, a small team of scientists worked in a secret underground lab. This lab was hidden deep beneath a mountain in Switzerland. Even most governments didn't know it existed. Dr. Emma Chen led the team. She was a brilliant scientist who had spent her whole life studying strange alien artifacts. Now she stood in front of a large, egg-shaped object. It was made of a material no one on Earth had ever seen before. "This is our last hope," Dr. Chen said to her team. They all looked tired and worried. They had been working non-stop since the alien ships appeared. The egg-shaped object had been found in a cave 20 years ago. For years, it had just sat there, not doing anything. But when the alien ships came, it started to glow and make strange sounds. Dr. Chen believed this artifact was left on Earth by another alien race long ago. Maybe they knew the Galactic Empire would come one day. Maybe they left this as a way to help humans. "We need to figure out how to turn it on," said Tom, one of the younger scientists. He had been trying to decode strange symbols on the artifact's surface. Suddenly, the ground shook. Dust fell from the ceiling of the lab. The alien ships were getting closer. "We're running out of time," said Maria, another scientist. She looked scared but determined. Dr. Chen took a deep breath. She had an idea, but it was dangerous. "I think I know what we need to do," she said. "But it's risky. We might not survive." The team looked at each other. They knew the whole world was counting on them, even if the world didn't know they existed. "We're with you, Dr. Chen," said Tom. The others nodded. Dr. Chen explained her plan. The artifact needed energy to work. Not just any energy, but the energy of life itself. Someone would have to touch it and give their life force to turn it on. "I'll do it," said Dr. Chen. "It's my responsibility." But before she could touch the artifact, something strange happened. The ground shook again, harder this time. The lights flickered. And then the artifact started to move on its own. It floated up into the air, spinning slowly. Bright light poured out of it, filling the room. The scientists had to cover their eyes. When they could see again, they gasped. The artifact had transformed. It was now a set of complex machines, filling the whole lab. It's a defense system," whispered Maria in awe. Dr. Chen rushed to the main control panel. Strange symbols flashed across the screen, but somehow she could understand them. "This is incredible," she said. "It's not just a defense system. It's a weapon that can stop the Galactic Empire." Just then, their communication system crackled to life. It was a message from the world leaders. They had decided to surrender to the Empire. They were going to announce it in 1 hour. "We have to stop them," shouted Tom. "We can fight back now." Dr. Chen nodded. She pressed a series of buttons on the control panel. The whole mountain began to rumble and shake. Outside, people watched in amazement as the top of the mountain opened up like a flower. A massive cannon emerged, pointing straight up at the alien ships. In the command center of the lead alien ship, Captain Zorn was preparing to accept Earth's surrender. Suddenly, his alarms went off. "What is that?" he shouted, pointing at the screen. His crew scrambled to figure out what was happening. Back in the lab, Dr. Chen took a deep breath. "This is for Earth," she said, and pressed the final button. A beam of energy, brighter than the sun, shot out from the cannon. It hit one of the alien ships. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, the ship exploded in a brilliant flash of light. The other ships quickly retreated, moving back into space. In the lab, the scientists cheered and hugged each other. They had done it. They had found humanity's secret weapon. Earth now had a chance to fight back. Dr. Chen smiled, but she knew this was just the beginning. The real battle was about to start. The world was in shock. Just moments ago, everyone thought Earth was doomed. Now, an alien ship had been destroyed by a mysterious weapon. Hope began to spread across the planet. In the hidden lab, Dr. Chen and her team worked quickly. They had to tell the world leaders about the ancient defense system before it was too late. "Get me the president," Dr. Chen said to her assistant. Within minutes, she was talking to not just the U.S. president, but leaders from all over the world. "We have a weapon," she explained. "It can fight the aliens. We need to use it to send a message." The leaders were surprised and skeptical. How could this small team of scientists have such a powerful weapon? But they had seen what happened to the alien ship. They knew this was their only chance. After hours of debate, a decision was made. Earth would not surrender. Instead, they would show the Galactic Empire that humans could fight back. Meanwhile, in space, the alien fleet was in chaos. Captain Zorn paced back and forth on his ship's bridge. He had never seen anything like this weapon before. How did those primitive humans get such technology? He growled. His crew didn't have an answer. Suddenly, a message came from Earth. It was broadcast on all frequencies, in a language the aliens could understand. The voice was calm but firm. "Attention, Galactic Empire. We, the people of Earth, have decided to reject your ultimatum. We will not join your empire. We will not be destroyed. The ship we eliminated was a demonstration of our power. Leave our solar system now, or face the consequences." On Earth, people gathered around televisions and radios to hear the message. There was a mix of fear and pride. For the first time, humans were standing up to the aliens. In the UN headquarters, world leaders met to plan their next move. They knew the aliens might attack at any moment. "We need to be ready," said the Russian president. "We don't know how many shots our weapon can fire." Dr. Chen, now joining the meeting via video call, had some answers. "The defense system is powered by the Earth itself," she explained. "As long as our planet exists, it will keep working. But it needs time to recharge between shots." The Chinese premier leaned forward. "So we must use it wisely," he said. "Each shot must count." As they talked, the alien fleet began to move. They were spreading out, preparing for an attack. Earth's military forces went on high alert. In cities around the world, people were torn between hiding in fear and watching the sky in anticipation. This was history in the making. Captain Zorn received new orders from the Empire. "Destroy their weapon," the Emperor commanded. "Then wipe out their major cities. Show no mercy." Zorn grinned, showing his sharp teeth. This was what he had been waiting for. "Prepare all ships for attack," he ordered. But before the alien fleet could act, Earth struck first. Dr. Chen, working with military commanders, targeted the largest alien ship after the command vessel. The mountain opened up again. The massive cannon aimed at the sky. With a blinding flash, another beam of energy shot into space. Everyone on Earth held their breath. Would it work again? The beam hit the alien ship dead center. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, like before, the ship exploded in a brilliant display of light. Cheers erupted around the world. In New York, London, Tokyo, and every major city, people celebrated in the streets. Humanity had stood its ground and won again. In the UN headquarters, leaders shook hands and patted each other on the back. For once, the whole world was united. But Dr. Chen remained serious. "This is just the beginning," she warned. "The real test is yet to come." In space, Captain Zorn watched in disbelief as another of his ships was destroyed. He knew then that this would not be an easy conquest. The Empire had underestimated these humans. As both sides prepared for what would come next, one thing was clear. The battle for Earth had truly begun. Far away in the heart of the Galactic Empire, chaos reigned. The Emperor, a being of pure energy, pulsed with anger. His grand throne room was filled with worried advisors and military leaders. "How is this possible?" the Emperor boomed. His voice made the walls shake. "How can a primitive planet destroy our most powerful ships?" No one had a good answer. The Empire had conquered thousands of worlds, but never faced anything like this. General Kraz, a tall alien with 6 arms, stepped forward. "Your Majesty," he said, bowing low. "We must crush these humans immediately. Send our entire fleet." But Ambassador Lux, a small glowing creature, floated up. "Wait," she said. "We should try to talk to them. Maybe we can make a deal." The room erupted into argument. Some agreed with General Kraz, wanting to attack Earth with everything they had. Others thought Ambassador Lux was right, that they should try diplomacy. The Emperor listened to both sides. For the first time in centuries, he felt unsure. The Empire had always relied on its superior strength. But now, that strength was being challenged. Back on Earth, humans were preparing for more attacks. Cities built underground shelters. Scientists worked day and night to understand the alien defense system. Dr. Chen hardly slept. She knew the alien weapon was powerful, but it had limits. We can't rely on just this, she told world leaders. We need to be ready for anything. Militaries around the world joined forces. They practiced new tactics, combining their strengths. For once, old enemies worked together against a common threat. In space, Captain Zorn received new orders. Do not attack, the message said. Watch and wait. Zorn growled in frustration. He wanted to crush the humans, to show them the true power of the Empire. But orders were orders. Days passed. The alien ships hung in the sky, silent and menacing. On Earth, people tried to go about their lives, but everyone kept one eye on the sky. In the Empire's capital, the debate continued. General Kraz argued louder each day. Every moment we wait, the humans grow stronger. He shouted, we must attack now. But Ambassador Lux remained calm. If we attack and fail, we lose everything, she said. We've never seen technology like theirs. We need to learn more. The Emperor listened to both sides. He had ruled for thousands of years, but never faced a choice like this. Attack and risk everything, or try to make peace with a potential rival. On Earth, opinions were also divided. Some wanted to attack the alien fleet before they could strike again. Others hoped for a peaceful solution. Dr. Chen worked on understanding the alien defense system. She made an incredible discovery. This technology, she told world leaders, it's not just a weapon. It's a key to the stars. She explained that the system could be adapted for space travel. Humanity could explore the galaxy, maybe even challenge the Empire on its own turf. This news changed everything. Now Earth had a choice too. Fight for survival or reach for the stars. As both sides considered their options, a strange thing happened. Some alien ships began to leave. First one, then 10, then hundreds. On his ship, Captain Zorn watched in disbelief. What's happening? He demanded. The answer came soon. Many worlds in the Empire, hearing of Earth's resistance, had begun to rebel. The Empire had to fight battles on multiple fronts. In the Emperor's throne room, the mood was grim. General Kraz's 6 arms hung low. We might lose everything, he said quietly. Ambassador Lux glowed brighter. Then perhaps it's time to try something new, she suggested. Something the Empire has never done before. The Emperor was silent for a long time. Finally, he spoke. Prepare a message, he said. We will talk to these humans. As the message was sent, both Earth and the Empire stood at a crossroads. The next move would determine the fate of both civilizations. War or peace, destruction or cooperation. Everything hung in the balance. The world held its breath as the alien message arrived. Leaders from every country gathered in a secret location to hear it. Dr. Chen and her team were there too, ready to help understand any alien technology or language. The message appeared on a large screen. To everyone's surprise, it was in perfect English. People of Earth, it began. We, the Galactic Empire, wish to open talks. We have underestimated you. Let us meet and discuss our future. The room burst into excited chatter. Was this a trick, or a real chance for peace? After hours of debate, Earth agreed to the meeting. They chose a team of representatives, politicians, scientists, and military leaders from different countries. Dr. Chen was among them. The meeting place was set, a neutral space station orbiting Earth. As the human team prepared to leave, people all over the world watched and hoped. On the day of the meeting, 2 ships approached the space station. One was Earth's best spacecraft. The other was a massive alien vessel that made the human ship look tiny. Inside the station, the 2 groups faced each other. The alien team was led by Ambassador Lux, the glowing creature who had argued for peace. Captain Zorn was there too, looking unhappy. Dr. Chen stepped forward with a translation device, but Ambassador Lux surprised everyone by speaking in perfect English. "We have studied your languages," she explained. "We wish to understand you better." The talks began. At first, both sides were cautious. The humans demanded to know why the Empire had attacked. The aliens wanted to know about Earth's powerful weapon. As they talked, strange things began to happen. The translation device Dr. Chen had brought started to glow. Symbols appeared on its screen, matching the ones on the alien defense system back on Earth. Ambassador Lux's eyes widened. "Where did you get this technology?" she asked. Dr. Chen explained about the artifact found in the cave. As she spoke, the aliens grew more and more excited. "Impossible," muttered Captain Zorn. "They can't be." Ambassador Lux turned to her team. They talked quickly in their own language. Then she faced the humans again. "We owe you an apology," she said, "and an explanation. Your world is not what we thought it was." She told an incredible story. Long ago, there was a race called the Precursors. They were the most advanced beings in the galaxy, but they disappeared suddenly, leaving only bits of their technology behind. "We thought they were just legends," Ambassador Lux said. "But now we see the truth. You, humans, are their descendants." The human team was shocked. Dr. Chen's mind raced. It explained so much about the strange artifact, about how she could somehow understand its technology. "The weapon you used against us," continued Ambassador Lux, "is precursor technology. No wonder our ships couldn't stand against it." Captain Zorn stepped forward. "If you are truly the heirs of the precursors," he said gruffly, "then we have much to learn from you." The talks took on a new tone. Instead of enemies, the two groups began to see each other as potential allies. The Empire had vast knowledge of the galaxy. Earth had the key to understanding precursor technology. As the day went on, both sides shared their stories. The humans learned about life on other planets, about the vastness of the Empire. The aliens learned about Earth's history, its diverse cultures, and rapid progress. Dr. Chen worked with the alien scientists, piecing together the puzzle of humanity's true origins. Every answer led to more questions, more exciting possibilities. As the meeting ended, both sides agreed to continue talking. The Empire would withdraw its invasion fleet. Earth would share its precursor knowledge. Ambassador Lux made a final statement. "We came here thinking we would conquer," she said. "Instead, we have found long-lost cousins. The galaxy will never be the same." As the human team prepared to return to Earth, Dr. Chen looked out at the stars. She realized that this was just the beginning. Humanity's journey to the stars and to understanding its true heritage was only just starting. The day the human team returned from the space station, the world changed forever. People everywhere watched as their leaders announced the news. Earth was not alone, and humans were descendants of an ancient, powerful race called the Precursors. At first, many didn't believe it. How could it be true? But as more information came out, people began to accept the incredible news. Dr. Chen became a global celebrity overnight. She appeared on TV shows and gave talks all over the world. She explained what they had learned about the precursors and the alien technology. "We have a great responsibility now," she told a crowd in New York. "We have the key to amazing technology. We must use it wisely." All over Earth, things started to change. Countries that once fought each other now worked together. They had to deal with the new galactic situation. Scientists from different nations joined forces. They studied the precursor artifacts, trying to unlock more secrets. Every day brought new discoveries. One day, a team in Brazil made a breakthrough. They found a way to use precursor technology for clean energy. Soon, pollution began to disappear from Earth's cities. In China, another group of scientists used the technology to solve world hunger. They created machines that could make food from almost nothing. But it wasn't just science that changed. People's way of thinking changed too. Knowing they were part of a bigger galactic community made Earth's old problems seem small. Wars stopped. Instead of fighting, countries competed to make the best use of the new technology. It was an exciting time to be alive. The Galactic Empire kept its promise. They withdrew their ships and instead sent teachers and ambassadors. Alien visitors became a common sight in major cities. Captain Zorn, once eager to conquer Earth, now led cultural exchange programs. He grumbled at first, but soon found he enjoyed teaching humans about life in space. Ambassador Lux worked closely with Earth's leaders. She helped them understand galactic politics and prepared them to join the larger community of worlds. 1 year after the first contact, something amazing happened. The first human-made spaceship using precursor technology was ready. It could travel faster than light, reaching distant stars in days instead of years. Dr. Chen was chosen to lead the first mission. As she boarded the ship, named Hope, millions watched around the world. "This is not just for Earth," she said. "This is for all of humanity, past and present. We carry the legacy of the precursors with us." The Hope took off, vanishing into the stars. For the next month, Earth waited anxiously for news. When the ship returned, Dr. Chen and her crew were greeted as heroes. They had visited 3 different alien worlds, made new friends, and learned more about the galaxy than anyone had dreamed possible. But their mission also brought a warning. Not all alien races were friendly. Some feared the return of precursor technology. Earth would need to be careful as it moved into the galactic community. As years passed, more ships were built. Humans began to explore the galaxy, establishing colonies on distant worlds. They also welcomed aliens to live on Earth, turning it into a true melting pot of cultures. The Galactic Empire changed too. Influenced by Earth's democratic ideas, it began to give more freedom to its member worlds. Slowly, it transformed from an empire into a galactic alliance. On the 10th anniversary of First Contact Day, a grand celebration was held. Representatives from 100 alien worlds came to Earth. The planet that was once considered primitive was now seen as a leader in the galaxy. Dr. Chen, older now but still full of energy, gave a speech at the celebration. She looked out at the mixed crowd of humans and aliens and smiled. 10 years ago, we thought we were alone, she said. Now we know we're part of something greater. We've learned so much, but our journey is just beginning. The stars are calling, and together, we will answer. As fireworks lit up the sky, mixing with the lights of alien ships, everyone felt the excitement of the new era. Humanity had found its place in the stars, and the future was brighter than ever.